Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a revenge makeup look. I feel like it's perfect for going into 2025. New year, new me. Let's have a revenge look to get back at all the bitches from 2024. Anyways, this was the final look, you guys. So if you want to see how I did this makeup, I also did a hair look in another video that you can watch if you want to learn how to get this bouncy blowout. Keep on watching and we'll get into the tutorial right now. Alrighty guys, let's get started. Also, don't mind the hair. We just did this in a previous video, or maybe it's coming after this, I'm not sure yet, on how to do this hair look. That's gonna be more voluminous, so go watch that as well if you want to learn how to get crazy, amazing hair. Today we're gonna be doing revenge makeup. I feel like it's kind of the vibe for 2025, or just any time it's a new year. It's like new year, new me. We're gonna have that like revenge body, revenge whatever, even if you're not trying to get revenge on anyone, you know? Anyway, so I'm gonna start on the eyes. We're gonna be going in with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Classic little guy. All right, so just taking a little bit of that on an eyeshadow brush and just priming the lids. Today I want to go for kind of like a bronzy eye with a hint of like a subtle shimmer. Probably silver tone because it's like the winter time. It's kind of fun. And then I really want to elongate the eyes with a wing liner and just really give it that kind of like don't fuck with me vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I don't always prime the lids, but if you want your makeup to last all night, this is definitely one way to do that. All right, going in with this Hank & Henry palette, and I clearly have not used it much, so I'm just gonna dip into these two shades and use that as my like transition color. And then just using this Hourglass little brush, just gonna go in and kind of blend it in. And I'm just getting it right up into that crease. These things are really pigmented. Like that went on crazy. And I like tapped off the excess and everything. Taking a big, clean, fluffy brush, I'm just going to take that and just diffuse these edges. And then going back in with a transition color, I'm just gonna kind of take this and wing it out with a smaller, fluffy brush. We really want to think blown out and long. So I'm just lifting it up. Don't be afraid to like make a mistake or if you bring it down too low because we're going to clean it up later. And that's why we're starting off with eyes because I'm going to be using some shimmer. I also often mess up my eyeliner. So it's just an easy way to do the eyes first. So if you do make any mistakes, you can just clean it up later. All right, so we just did a little bit of that same thing on the other side. And we're gonna keep on working on building it up here on the outer edges just to like bring it up a little bit more. Sometimes it's a little bit easier though once you do the bottom and then lift out there. So we're gonna do that on the side. Taking this little MAC brush, gonna go in with this darker shade here and underneath the eyes. Just build it up, kind of wing it out. And this is going to be the base for like that liner. So I'm really accentuating under here and lifting it. So we kind of get this faux wing effect here. And then once we go in with that liner, I can really follow that line I've already created. Don't worry about this craziness. We're going to blend it up into the eye. And I'm taking it all the way in here. And then same thing on the other side. Okay, and then going in with this color. Mocha Muff, that's a cute name. And we're just going to lightly blend up into this outer corner here. Just very softly, back and forth. Okay, going in with this Natasha Denona palette. I need to get a new one of these, or just a new palette in general. But I feel like eyeshadows last so long, so I've just been using these and they're still really good. So taking this brighter color here and then just putting on a little packing brush, we're going to kind of carve out the eye and just pack it on And then also bringing it a little bit into this inner corner and underneath. All right, that's like the base eye right there. And then we're gonna go in with a little liner. And I'm really just kind of taking the excess and blending it into this deeper shade on the outer part, just so it really blends like very seamlessly. All right, going in with this Dior liner. I love this guy. She is so fine and you can really get it super precise. And I'm just looking down into this mirror and then I'm starting on this outer part here. And then slowly, I kind of want it more straight. So I'm just going to kind of bring it out and slightly up. And then just connecting that line. All right, so kind of just play around until you get like the perfect shape for you. I didn't want it like too extra. I just wanted it more long. And now I'm gonna go in and kind of get into this inner corner here and just stamp it along the line, along the lash line, keeping it nice and thin, just like that. So kind of just followed the entire lash line. All right, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I don't know about you guys, but have you ever done your eyeliner liquid and popped it in and it accidentally got in your eye and your entire eye turns black? Because I've definitely done that once or twice and that was very fun. So you gotta be really careful when you're doing the liquid liner close to the lash line. Going in, curling the lashes. We got the eyes all kind of prepped. And once we go in with a little bit of foundation and everything, it will all come together. I also might do a little black in the waterline, but we shall see. Going in with some L'Oreal Luminous mascara, and I'm just using a little disposable wand because that's the mascara I use on my clients. So crazy what a little mascara will do. Just opens the eyes a little bit, you know? And I feel like it really gives you, the eye gives you that revenge makeup, you know? Like we want the eyes to be kind of like sultry, but then also seductive, you know? Same time. All right, so I'm gonna pop a lash off camera and I'll be right back. But this is the basic eye look. What do you guys think? Kind of living. All right, so we put the lashes on off camera and I also popped on these contacts because they really give the effect of like, don't mess with me, you know? Time for some foundation. I'm gonna be going in with some Luminous Silk. And I want a little bit more coverage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my RCMA palette and I like to go in with a little brush and take this and just kind of pop it in there. And then we're gonna go on and just apply where we want the coverage and then we'll blend it all out. So just going in and really blending with this big fluffy brush. And anywhere where we want to add more coverage, I can go back in with this little guy and just dee and then blend out with this big guy. All right, so we got the base layer of foundation done. And if I want to add more, I totally can, but I'm going to go in with a little Dior concealer, one of my faves, and just take a little bit of this and pop it anywhere where we want to conceal. So under the eyes, just lift up right there, tap that in, just like that. Same thing on the other side. Okay, so my camera overheated while I was doing my concealer, so I did it off camera. Under the eyes, a little bit here, around the mouth, under the contour, and a little bit on the forehead. And now we're going to set with a little powder. You guys know the drill. You've probably seen me do this 1,000 times and everyone else, but you know, the more you know. Okay. Oh. Okay, going with a little powder puff to softly set under the eyes, everywhere where we put concealer. Going in with this Patricka blush. I have been obsessed with this guy. It's such a pretty, like, LA bronzy, like, kind of blush, you know? And I'm just gonna take this cream color and really just pack it onto the brush. This stuff is super pigmented, so you only need a tiny bit. And I'm just gonna take a little bit on the back of my hand. And then we're just going to apply the blush. But look at how beautiful that is, you guys. It's just such a pretty color, especially on like tan to like deeper skin. I feel like this is really pretty. And then just kind of using my finger to connect the edge of this with the concealer. Gorge. And just bring it up a little bit higher into this under eye area. It's really important to build up the product on your brush and then tap off the excess, because that's how you're gonna get this cream blush to really blend beautifully and seamlessly without having patches. And I love this brush from Hourglass because you can use the other side, the clean side, to kind of just blend those edges as well. If you don't want to use another brush or your fingers, that's another way to do it. And I'm really just pressing it into the skin, getting that blush to blend. How beautiful is that? Just soft, subtle, gives you a little bit of a glow, you know? Slay. All right, normally I do cream contour and contour, but I'm just gonna be a lazy girl today and take a little bit of this guy, pack it on that brush, and just go to town. Do a little bit there, a little bit there. Suck in the cheeks and follow that hollow, and I like to lift up to kind of give a more soft contour rather than a harsh. And then really, I have a bigger forehead, so I really like to get up in there and contour all that. And this one is more of a warmer bronzy color. I do like warmer on my skin tone just because I'm more warm, not that cool. So just really getting it in there. And then just taking the excess and bringing it down into where I highlighted. So these two sections really blend. And sometimes I'll just take a little bit of that excess foundation and just kind of blend those two areas together. Same thing, I don't want this harsh line under here, so I'm just gonna take that excess on the foundation brush. Side we could do a little bit more. And then I just use the excess and go under here. You really don't want a harsh line here because it's just really evident when you do. Not cute. So do that. And then I'll always, same thing, just take a little bit of this and just tap it in. Wow, looking really airbrushed, y'all. Oh, okay, going in with this little tiny brush. And I'm just gonna draw where I want that contour. And then using a clean, fluffy brush and just blending that up into this eyeshadow. Going in with a little Anastasia brow definer, as always, my fave. And I always like to start with a little straight line underneath here and then flick it up from that line. And that really gives that like arch, you know? Slightly going up here. When you're doing brows, you really want everything to just be small, short strokes. And now we're just going to brush everything through so that it blends. All right, last but certainly not least is the lips. So I'm gonna go in with the little Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Supersize Me. It's like this reddy mauve-y color. All right, and then one of my favorite things to do, and recently I've gotten so many people asking me like what lip combo this is. It's either this or like a deeper brown with that same blush that I used right on the lips. This has been so pretty. I've been using all of Patricka's blushes this way, like the pinks, the oranges, the mauves, and just press it in. And because it's a cream blush, but it's also a little powdery, it really just kind of sets on the lip, so it lasts a really long time. I do love it. So gorgeous. And then last but not least, I'm actually gonna go in with this little Pillowtalk mini lip gloss and just pop that on. Girls, the transformation that makes, Jesus. I was looking busted at the beginning of this video and now she's alive. Alrighty guys, so I finished my hair off camera. And if you want to learn how I did this beautiful, easy, bouncy blowout, then I will put the link above. But yeah, here is the final revenge makeup look. It's giving, hi, I'm feeling myself. I'm in my highest potential era and, you know, here to slay the day. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. And definitely go watch my hair tutorial as well. And like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Love you all. Mwah.